According to legend, Rome was founded in 753 BC by Romulus on the Palatine Hill. Archaeological evidence suggests early settlements date back to the 10th century BC. The famous story of Romulus drawing the city boundaries with a plow symbolizes Rome's agricultural origins. This humble beginning contrasts sharply with its future imperial glory, proving that great civilizations start small. Facing a population crisis, Romulus orchestrated the infamous rape of the Sabine women during a festival. Historical accounts suggest this was less about violence and more about forging alliances through forced intermarriage. The event triggered wars, but ultimately led to Rome's first major population growth, showing how desperate measures shaped early development. The Sabine king Titus Tatius waged war against Rome, nearly capturing the Capitoline Hill. The conflict ended when Sabine women intervened, creating Rome's first dual monarchy. This compromise established Rome's pattern of absorbing conquered peoples, a key factor in its eventual expansion across Italy over centuries. Rome's second king, Numa Pompilius, 715 to 673 BC, established religious institutions that lasted centuries. He created the priestly colleges, built the Temple of Janus, and introduced the 12-month calendar. These reforms show how Rome's growth involved cultural development, not just military conquest, taking generations to implement fully. The Great Sewer, begun in the 6th century BC under Etruscan kings, transformed Rome's swampy forum into usable space. This engineering marvel, built by forced labor over decades, demonstrates Rome's early commitment to infrastructure. Such projects required sustained effort. The original sewer took 50 years to complete. Etruscan kings like Tarquinius Priscus, 616 to 579 BC, introduced advanced urban planning, including the Circus Maximus and stone temples. This cultural borrowing shows Rome's willingness to adopt superior foreign ideas, a process spanning generations that made the city increasingly sophisticated long before imperial times. Built after the Gallic sack of 390 BC, but attributed to King Servius Tullius, 578 to 535 BC. Rome's first defensive wall took over 20 years to complete. The 11-kilometer fortification, using massive tufa blocks, protected the growing city, a physical manifestation of Rome's gradual rise to regional power through persistent effort. In 509 BC, Romans overthrew their last Etruscan king after his son raped Lucretia. This legendary event began the Republic, but the new government took decades to stabilize. The slow development of republican institutions proves Rome's political maturity didn't emerge overnight, but through prolonged experimentation and conflict. The 200-year conflict of the orders, 494 to 287 BC, saw plebeians gradually gain rights from patricians. This prolonged social evolution, including the creation of tribunes and written laws, demonstrates how Rome's internal stability resulted from centuries of negotiated compromise, not sudden revolution. When Gauls sacked Rome in 390 BC, the city rebuilt better than before. This recovery took decades, but produced improved defenses, urban planning, and military organization. The event symbolizes Rome's resilience. Its greatness came not from avoiding disasters, but from persevering through them over generations.